What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have 8 hours overnight on the UK's best train. Before we dive in and see what this train looks like, I'm very excited. If you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button to receive your exclusive benefits. Let's get right to it.
Tonight, I am taking an 8-hour overnight sleeper train from London Paddington to Penzance in Cornwall. I'm at London Paddington now. This train leaves in just under an hour's time and it arrives in Penzance at 8 in the morning. So Paddington is a station that I know very well. I live in the West Country, but I have family, friends and work in London, so I'm very often at the station. Hilariously, I do actually live near Exeter, which is one of the stations that the Night Riviera is calling at, but it calls it at 3 in the morning. So I will be staying on the train until Cornwall and then taking a train back to Devon tomorrow morning. This is just so I can get a nice sleep on the train. It is 22:54, so we have 50 minutes to go, but we are actually boarding already. I may as well board. Wow. Get cozy in my cabin.
50 minutes early? Or did she say 15?
So I have a sleeper cabin today. There are two options for the GWR Night Riviera. You can either choose a sleeper cabin or a seat. So I've opted for the more comfortable sleeper cabin.
Respect.
There's only one type of cabin as well. Here she is. Right, just need to locate my ticket. So you do get a physical ticket still with the GWR Night Riviera, rather than need tickets. So I had to collect this from a machine earlier today. These are the ones I need. So I've got one ticket valid from London Terminal to Penzance, and this has the details of my cabin booking. Now, everyone who has a cabin on the Night Riviera is able to use the first class lounge. It basically acts as a first class seat. I'm not going to go in there for very long, but let me go poke my nose around and see what's going on.
Let's see what we got.
I'm all checked in, so you actually board the train and find your carriage independently, and then someone comes around, checks you in, tells you everything you need to know, and you can make a breakfast order with them as well. I've got about half an hour before the train leaves, so I am going to get off and just film a little bit of the outside and also show you the seats and the dining cart as well. You do also get complimentary tea, coffee and snacks at the dining cart, although it is quite late. I'm not sure if I should. So this is the train from the outside. I think 4 of the carriages are sleeping carriages. I'm actually just walking past the dining cart now, but I will walk down to the end to find the seats. The seats can actually be incredibly cheap. I have looked at them from London to Exeter before, and they're cheap, but you do have to sit in a seat for the whole time. They are a little bit nicer than GWR seats. I'm just walking past one of the carriages now. Let me show you.
Okay. I mean, the seats don't look bad. Kind of like what you get on a plane. The amount of leg room. When I think about that, I wouldn't have it for a good price. Yeah, I'd take a seat. I wouldn't have an issue sleeping in a seat. I don't think. I am getting older. My back's getting a little worse, but I feel like I could sleep in a seat still.
Definitely more comfortable than your standard train seats, but I would much rather have a sleeper. I would definitely do that if I was just going to Exeter and then going to bed, but not the whole way to Cornwall. I do love the air of this train though, just the feeling of it. Like Paddington Station always feels very grand, and it's always on platform 1. And I do really like the fact that you can get on it an hour before as well. I forgot to say as well that they have actually shut the first class lounge to GWR Night Riviera passengers now, and that's just because the train is boarding. So if you get here early, you can sit in there until the train boards, but I guess once the train is boarding, you may as well just go to your cabin. Don't think there's anything to stop me having a little peek in though. You can get soft drinks there, and there are tea and coffee making facilities and places to sit. And that is the standard GWR first class lounge that you'll also use if you have a GWR first class ticket anywhere else.
That lounge look nice. That lounge definitely look nice.
I've got about 15 minutes now before we leave.
Okay.
So let's go and have a little look at the restaurant cart. I don't think I'm going to get anything, but let's go and see what's on offer. Right, I've got a little stash from the cafe.
Got to.
Go to the buffet and get a chamomile tea, which may be a very bad idea considering it is nearly 1:45 and I have a bladder the size of a pea. But you know, when things are free, I just struggle to say no. You can also get as many free biscuits as you want. So I've got some Belgian chocolate and some salted caramel here. And you can get soft drinks as well. Alcoholic drinks are chargeable. Actually, right now I am going to eat this cream egg, which I bought earlier. It's my first of the season. And is it me or has it gotten significantly smaller? I do bloody love a cream egg though, so I'm going to enjoy this.
I've ever had a cream egg. That look good. I don't think I've ever tried a cream egg before.
Should be leaving in
I want to try one.
2 minutes. I am going to try and sleep before too long so I don't feel too bad tomorrow. So before I do, let's do a room tour. This is my humble abode. We have started moving, as you will have seen. So forgive me if I'm a bit swaying. I'm not drunk, I promise. It's the last day of dry January today and I have completed it for once in my life. So when you enter the cabin, it'll be made up for however many people you booked it for.
Okay.
So this was made up for me. So this is my lower bed. Here we've got a towel and a little feedback card.
Oh, love that.
And then you can pull this down to make the second bed. I don't think I can actually pull it down. It looks like it might be fastened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I can actually pull it down and I'm not going to try in case I break something. Here we've got a little reading light, plugs, light switches, and then the same up here. So this is what's used when this bed is pulled down. On the other side, this is all to sort of help the person who's on the top bunk get into the top bunk. We've got a little hook on the back of the door. This is if the room is interconnecting, so you can actually book 2 rooms next to each other, which is great for families. Then here we've got a little wardrobe.
Let's see what's in there. Let's see inside.
Which you do even have some hangers. And there is also some bottled water down here too.
Oh.
And then here we've got the bedside table, which already has some of my stuff on. So let me clear that up quickly. So this is my free chamomile tea. Got this little bar of soap as well that came in with the cabin. This is my train book that I've been reading.
Ticket to Ride.
I thought it would be quite appropriate if I read it while I was on this train. Another little bottle of water. So it's just my stuff. Okay, so this is like the bedside table, and then the window is here. You can see London flashing past us. But what is quite nifty is this folds up and it becomes a sink. Actually, it's such a clever design. I feel like
I've never seen a design like that in my life. That is a fire design. That's really freaking cool, bro. Shout out to you.
Rooms should have that. So you can brush your teeth and everything here, and then when you're done with the sink, you just push it down and it becomes a bedside table once again. And we've also got a litter bin here, a bit more storage up here, and I think that is pretty much all of the features. Compact but very cozy. So having a sink in your room is actually really a game changer, because it means that you only need to use the toilet when you actually need to use the toilet, and you don't have to like take all your skincare to the bathroom and everything like that. Last time I got a night train was in Rovaniemi in Finland, and I took all my stuff to the bathroom and I ended up dropping my toothbrush on the floor, which is just, there's no going back from that. So I'm just going to take my makeup off now. I think it is time to get into bed. Good night.
There you go. Hey, it can't be up that early, dog. 47? I mean, I wake up earlier than that, but there you go. Back to sleep. Good job.
Morning.
Thank you very much.
I've managed to move your shower to 8:15.
Okay, perfect.
So there's no one after you, so if you wanted to stick to 8:30, it's up to you.
Okay, no, 8:15 would be good.
Right,
perfect, thank you.
What we get for breakfast? What we get for breakfast?
Good morning. We have just departed Truro. So Truro is the only city in Cornwall. It's not the biggest settlement by any means. Penzance is the largest town in West Penwith, the furthest west area. So there's still a bit of a way to go, and we've still got a few stops at Camborne, Redruth and St Earth, which is close to St Ives. It's January, so it's still dark, but I can just about see it start getting light. Now with GWR you do get a free breakfast. I ordered this when I checked in last night. Got
What we get?
another packet of Belgian chocolate biscuits.
Understand.
The ones I got last night. And a little thing of creamy honey porridge. Also looks like inside. And then I've also just got a black coffee here. So I'm going to eat a bit of this, drink my coffee and try and...
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I know you get to pick what you want for breakfast and she chose that, but I want to see like something I would eat for breakfast. I would never eat no pork.
Wake up a little bit before our imminent arrival into... Where are we going? Penzance. It's decent. We've arrived in Redruth. This is actually when my dad was born. What can I tell you about Redruth? It is a old Cornish mining town. So my ancestors, they're from Camborne really. My grandparents moved to Redruth a bit later on, and there's a big rivalry between the towns, so it's important to distinguish them, although my family are kind of from both. So Redruth is a big mining town, and it, with Camborne, was the kind of heart of the Cornish mining industry. I think we're just about to stop in Camborne. Now, I do think Redruth and Camborne in general are very underrated. A man called Richard Trevithick was from here, and he changed the world, really. He was the creator of the world's first steam-powered vehicle, and its first run was right here in Camborne, which is wild. And I don't know why there's not like a big museum dedicated to him or anything. The Cornish tin mining industry was also really, really important. Cornwall once exported half of the world's tin, and most of it was found right here in Camborne. It was home to Cornwall's oldest and deepest mine, the Dolcath mine. Yeah, so my great-granddad used to be a miner right here. So that is how I know so much about that. My little Cornwall history lesson for you.
Cool.
But
Appreciate
I am
the
going
lesson.
to start getting ready now because we've got about half an hour until we arrive into Penzance. I'll just get changed and then I will actually tell you how my night's sleep was. I realise I haven't actually done that yet. I'm pretty much ready and we have just made it to Hale. So Hale is actually near St Ives and St Earth. It's a coastal town, but it's not actually that popular. It's somewhat overshadowed by the very popular St Ives, which is nearby. Anyway, I thought I'd finally tell you about how my night's sleep was.
how it went.
So it's actually very good. The only thing I will say is that it was a little bit too short because we didn't leave until just before midnight, and then I was filming and stuff, so I didn't actually end up getting in bed until probably about 1:45, and then I woke up properly at just before 7, so I had just over 6 hours of sleep, but I did, because I have...
That's about how much I sleep every night. That's what, about 6 hours. I'm tired right now. I wish I could go back to sleep.
bladder issues. I did get up to go to the toilet a few times in the night, and obviously normally when I'm at home I can pretty much go to the toilet and not properly wake up, but obviously when I'm on a train I have to go out into the corridor with lights on. Obviously that does wake me up a little bit more. However, if I didn't have those bladder issues, I think I would have slept pretty well. The bed is actually so comfortable. So they pull this down and then they've got this like cushion, like this mattress protector or mattress topper that they put on top, and it's actually super comfortable. A little bit slim, but it wasn't too bad, and the motion generally was smooth. There were a couple of bits that were a little bit choppier, which did wake me up, and that was probably when I woke up, and then usually when I wake up I feel like I need to go to the toilet, so that was probably what woke me up. But most of the time it was actually very smooth. Like, you can see it moving now, it's not bumpy at all.
Yeah,
I always sleep with my ear.
it definitely looked chill. Like, you wouldn't have a problem sleeping on that train. Her sleep might have been short, but like, it definitely looks like a smooth ride, not too bumpy, not jerking you around, all that.
And I do recommend you take earplugs for this train and any other night train around the world. And there was a corridor light left on, which you could just about see through the door, but no different to any hotels or anything. But if you are at all sensitive to light, then obviously take a eye mask as well. Oh, St Earth. There's not actually that much to see here, it's just a car. But if you're going to St Ives, this is where you get off. And then there's a really pretty branch railway that takes you down to St Ives, or you can get a taxi and stuff. The branch railway only takes about 10 minutes, and it is one of the most scenic train rides in the country. It is stunning. I should be able to explain it a bit better. So there.
It's too blurred. There we go.
St Ives is there, and Penzance is down here.
Not too much longer.
We are pretty much arriving now, so let me get ready. Back on time.
This is it.
I've arrived in Penzance, but my GWR Night Riviera service is not over yet. I'm booked into the shower facilities here. So this is the first class lounge that you can use to continue your journey. Press button to open. I don't think I've ever actually had a shower in a station before, but this is great as I've got like 50 minutes to spare before my train back home. So let me show you what you get here. So this is all included. I did have to reserve a slot when I got on the train. So we've got toilet, sink, towel I can use there.
Towel warmer.
And then the shower is in here, which looks decent.
Yeah.
That shower was great. Really warm, really good water pressure. 10 out of 10. Now I've got about 40 minutes to my next train, so let's get ready. All right, got about 25 minutes till my next train, and I need to seek out coffee. Now in the lounge they do offer free tea, coffee, soft drinks and snacks, but I am a bit...
That first class ticket will get you almost anything. After you get that first class ticket, you good.
I'm a coffee snob, and I like a frothy coffee with oat milk. There's hair dryers here as well, which is good to know if you're having a shower and do want to wash your hair.
Oh, that's nice.
I've boarded my next train, so this train is going to take me back to Exeter. One thing I wanted to say about the GWR Night Riviera is that it is one of only 2 night trains in the UK. The other one is the Caledonian Sleeper, which goes up to Scotland. It has 3 branches. It goes to Aberdeen, Inverness and Fort William. Now, I took this back in February. I do have a video about it if you'd like to see that as well. Honestly, the GWR Night Riviera is so much better. It just feels like a higher quality. You get a lot more included. You get like included hot drinks, you get included breakfast, which you don't get with a Caledonian Sleeper if you book the cheapest room, which is similar to the GWR Night Riviera. The staff are very, very nice, and the staff on the GWR Night Riviera are great, but it just feels, if you're going for the standard cabin, the GWR Night Riviera just does feel like a cut above the rest. So I definitely recommend it if you are planning a trip to Cornwall, or if you're a rail enthusiast and just want to try out one of Britain's most unique trains. So for the ticket and for a single occupancy cabin, I paid £127, which I don't think is too bad considering everything that you get. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like to leave a tip, join my Patreon or follow me on social media, you can scan this QR code. And if you're sticking around, I recommend checking out this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye.
That was it. Anybody else who's actually been on that train, I'd love to hear from you guys. What was your experience like? But that's lit that the UK got night trains, bro. Why we the only country for real that don't really got public transport, man? We need that. But that's all we got. I'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, check out the next